Alright guys, today we have here a super impressive brand new earbuds from Huawei. Not only can it block off a lot of noise in the background whenever you're in a call, furthermore it also comes with very strong audio feedback. It's the open fit kind of earbud like this, that means it doesn't go all the way into your ears. And of course, it comes with a long-lasting battery with a pretty unique design in this very lightweight and compact form factor. Now just to give you a heads up, this device is retailing for RM699, so it's not something that's super expensive. But the kind of features that you get on this earbud is actually even better or even stronger than some other premium earbuds out there. So why not we just take a very quick deep dive and check out what the HUAWEI FreeBuds 6 can do. Now first things first, in terms of the design, the FreeBuds 6 looks very similar to its predecessor, the FreeBuds 5. So the earbud itself is actually designed based on data from more than 10,000 different kinds of ear shapes, and it comes in this really interesting water droplet design that just makes it stand out from any other earbud that you can find in the market today. Furthermore, after wearing it on a couple of jogs, light run outdoors, I noticed that it was actually very firm and actually managed to stay in my ears even though there's those kind of movements going on, which I think is great. It's also worth mentioning that the device itself is super lightweight like I mentioned earlier on, so whenever you just put it on your ear or in your ear, you don't really feel like it's there because it's just so lightweight to that point. Now let's move on to some more important points here, and that's actually how you actually control the earbud. Now controlling the earbud is actually pretty clever as well. You actually have a couple of sensors at the back, so you can just swipe down or up to actually increase or reduce the volume. You double tap on it or triple tap on it to get some kind of commands like playing or play the next song. And you can also use gesture controls. So say for example, if a call comes in, you can just shake your head to reject the call or nod your head to answer the call. You can also shake your head when you're listening music to shuffle your music with the FreeBuds 6, which is super easy to use. Now, let's move on and talk a little bit about the sound quality, because that's actually the main thing that you want to talk about the FreeBuds 6. Now first up, even though it's an open fit earbud, it's actually the first one with Huawei's dual driver true sound setup, and it's engineered in a way that delivers 6 times better performance than regular earbuds and can reach ultra clear highs of up to 48 kHz. Now what this means in layman's terms is that basically you're going to get very crisp kind of trebles, smooth vocals and punchy bass all in one small open fit design. On top of that, there's also the 11mm dual magnet driver that helps boost bass even further, so it doesn't sound thin like most open fit earbuds. You actually get a fuller, more satisfying low end kick, and here's the real standout. These are actually the first open fit earbuds that can stream lossless audio at up to 2.3 megabits per second, and that's all possible thanks to Huawei's own L2 HD 4.0 codec, which means you're going to get more detail over Bluetooth, so no quality loss, just pure sound. I actually did a quick research, and being able to stream up to 2.3 megabits per second is actually very impressive. When you're listening to your favorite tracks, you can clearly pick out the singer's voice, feel the richness in the mid-range, and enjoy a nice layer of bass underneath. However, if you want to adjust the sound or fine-tune it based on your own taste, you can actually just hop into the Audio Accessory Manager app, and there's actually a bunch of EQ presets for you to choose with. So yeah, although the earbuds already sound great on its own, but you can also still fine-tune the kind of sound to match your own preference. Now, moving on, let's talk a little bit about calls, because that is one of the strongest strengths I find in this FreeBuds 6. Basically, during calls, not only will you be able to hear the other person on the other end very clearly, and that's due to open fit A and C, but the person on the other receiving end will also be able to hear you very clearly. Now how this works is because AI actually takes the sound from all the mics and cancels out background noise of up to 95 dB, so your voice actually stays clear on all kinds of calls. Let me show you a very quick test.
Alright guys, so we are going to do a very quick audio test. As you can see, I'm answering the call using the FreeBuds 6. What we're going to do is test out the ANC and see how strong is it actually able to block out any kind of surrounding noise. Let's go and add some music.
So, from my end right here, we have music playing in the background. I think it's a fairly decent volume, but can you hear it on the receiving end? Music going on here.
Can you hear it on the side of the receiving end? Let me know.
Everything is happening on here. Check that out. See this one here. The beats are still going on at the back.
They're still going on, but you guys should not be able to hear the music.
Alright, so now that we've seen the test, clearly you can see that the ANC powered by AI on the FreeBuds 6 is actually strong enough to actually block out any kind of background music that's going on in the back whenever you're in a call. So if you're actually in a meeting or if you're in an interview and you just need music to actually pump up your mood, you can actually do that when you're using the HUAWEI FreeBuds 6. Now moving on, a couple more other features that you can expect from this particular device is obviously that long battery life. It can last up to 36 hours on a single charge, including the case itself, and a quick family charge will actually allow you to get about 2.5 hours of playback time. Now furthermore, the FreeBuds 6 itself is compatible with iOS and Android just like before, and it also supports that multi-device connection. So for example, if you're just enjoying your video on a tablet and you actually have a call coming on your phone, you can switch directly from that device without having to go into any kind of manual intervention. So at the end of the day, the HUAWEI FreeBuds 6 here is actually a very compelling earbud. Not only is it providing you those very premium kind of audio feedback, but it's also having those very strong AI, ANC kind of calls where you can actually hear the person on the other end very clearly, and it also helps you to block out any kind of background sounds. And ultimately for RM699, it's actually performing up there with those even more expensive premium high-end earbuds. Huawei is also giving away a couple of freebies. There's apparently going to be a Huawei Band 8. You get 1 + 1 year of warranty and 2 years of loss care. So yeah, more details down in the links below. If you have any further questions you want to know, let me know down in the comments as well. Thank you for watching today's video all the way to the end, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Do take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.